Today is Tuesday, April 21st. We are on lesson 2 of week 4. Here we go. So we're going to go over, why does that keep happening? We are going to go over our what, why, and how together. We are going to do some no red ink today. We're going to do some verb tense assignments. We are going to talk about Sweet 16s, and you're going to do a Sweet 16 response. So our what, why, and how. Today we are reading our very last coming of age story for the unit. And this story sort of wraps up talking about coming of age in different cultures. And it brings us, we went from other countries and very different cultures to our country and a culture that is very different, right? The Amish, to now we're going to transition into Sweet 16s, which are what other countries tend to perceive all Americans as having. So why are we doing that? Today's an example of a cultural practice that we as people living in the United States are associated with, like I said, in other countries, even though it might be something that we ourselves don't associate with. And then at the end of class today, you're going to submit the reading with the responses filled out. Pretty easy day. So go ahead and set yourself a timer for no red ink. You have no red ink verb tenses to complete for today. And Sweet 16. So I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the show, My Super Sweet 16. This is Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. He doesn't really have anything to do with the show, but I liked this picture. So My Super Sweet 16 came out when I was in middle school on MTV. And My Super Sweet 16 featured your typical Americans as they turned 16 and celebrated their 16th birthday. So I am going to show you a little clip here, if I can get to it, for her Super Sweet 16. Lil Wayne's daughter had a big old bash.
Made sure his daughter had the sweetest 16th birthday. Hey guys, I'm Sarah Flanagan, and this lavish gift is trending on ET Now.
Trending, ET Now. She looks fabulous.
Has a Ferrari, not one. I could be the first one. Car wasn't enough for Lil Wayne's daughter, Reginae Carter. Oh, yeah, this is right. This is what's up.
So if you're not familiar with the show, My Super Sweet 16, usually what would happen, right, is they'd be having this big party, which you're going to read about, and all the guests would be called outside by the DJ and the parent, right, usually the dad, if it was a girl, right, stereotypes. So here's Lil Wayne, he's the dad, would be outside and at the front of the crowd, and she would have a car waiting for her, right, because when you turn 16, you get to drive. And something special happened when Lil Wayne's daughter turned 16 and got her car.
As if a Ferrari and a BMW weren't enough, Nicki Minaj also performed for the birthday girl.
So she got 2 cars, and then she got this special entertainer.
Happy birthday to the Sweet 16 princess. Well, everybody in the country is going to say, Happy birthday, Reginae. Happy birthday.
So if you are not familiar with the TV show, it was a big thing when I was growing up that they would sort of compete over who had the best performer at their Sweet 16 bash. So you are going to go ahead and read this piece called Coming of Age. Oh, I'm up in the corner now. Called Coming of Age, Sweet 16, an American coming of age story. And so this is an article that talks about how typical Sweet 16 parties are, right? When you turn 16 as a female in the United States or elsewhere in the world, you can enjoy what is called a Sweet 16. So this sort of makes it sound to people that aren't from the United States that everybody in the U.S. has a Sweet 16 party. So there are 2 questions here for you to reflect on. right? Is there a coming of age ceremony that you are reminded of when you see a Sweet 16? What are similar? What's different? If you were going to host a Sweet 16, what would the theme be? I added that question just because I'm curious. So when you are done with this at the end of the day, these 2 reflection questions, you are going to hit submit, and you are going to be done with your Tuesday, April 21st lesson. So have a great Tuesday, peeps.